What is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, and we are here for a nutrition breakdown. But today, I want to talk to you about something very special and in place in my heart. So, simple switches that can make you and help you go a long way with your fitness journey. So, this is absolutely extremely important because you don't have to think outside of the box, right? Right. So the meal plans that I create for my clients is more about things that you're already eating, just making it a little bit better, more scheduled out, and helpful for them to have. Okay, well, what are we going to make this week? What are we going to make this week? What am I going to do this week? It is in place. It is something that is easy for them to see. It is grocery list, and it helps to know exactly what you want for the rest of the week. So then you're set. You already have your meal set, and sometimes you make more for leftovers for the next day. It's super simple, you guys. So these are things that I want to help you and provide you value with. And it's things that I have done for myself to lose the weight. Remember, losing weight and fat loss, this is where I lost most of my fat, right? This is where I lost most of my weight when I was younger. When I was 200 pounds, I went down to 115. Obviously, that was a whole different breakdown. I don't want to get into that right now, but I want to show you about how I was able and to be successful in doing so. So I want to give you 2 tips tonight on how to make simple switches in your diet that you're already eating. You don't have to make too many changes, just simple switches because you're already in the habit of doing something. I'm not going to make it any harder. I just want you to realize these 2 things to help you further on getting a better relationship with food, as well as knowing you don't have to try extremely hard to get and see results, right? So if you are dialed in, if you are here, if you are ready to learn, go ahead and hashtag I'm here or hashtag replay, whatever one you are checking out. So tonight, number 1, look at what you eat and know that you can start slowly making small cuts in your portions to lose the weight and then hit your goal, hit your overall goal, right? So you don't have to say, oh my God, I gotta eat this, I've gotta eat this, I've gotta eat a specific diet, I gotta eat this, I gotta do this. You're already, if you're already eating, that means you already have a diet in place. So think about what you are already eating and how you can make simple cuts to that diet that you are already doing, you are already eating on an everyday basis to start seeing results. So what I mean by this is if you're having a whole bunch of cereal and it looks like it's a whole bowl for the morning, right? You know, it's quick. I'm having a huge bowl of cereal. I think this is how much I'm supposed to have. Look at the box, see if it's a suggested, or see if there's a certain amount of volume that you can have for that amount of calories. You may be overeating it, or you may not be having enough. So in that case, indulge, or in that case, take some out. But this time, measure it out. So get your portion size correct. Measure out how much you're actually eating. It may take a little longer, but how much do you want to lose weight, right? How much are you willing to do, and how determined are you to lose the weight and feel a little bit better each time you do it, right? Each time you're doing something, you're not making a huge change. It's just changes to what you're already doing. So all you got to do is measure it out. So if it says 1 cup, you may actually be intaking 2 cups. So instead of 135 calories, you're intaking 370 or 270, whatever that is. So in that case, you're already cutting calories by measuring only 1 cup rather than the 2. So that's huge. That's already. You're not even changing anything up. All you're doing is just eating a little bit less. That's it. Measuring it out doesn't take that much. If you already know what a cup is, measure it out with the cup you use all the time. Make sure it's washed, make sure you have it ready, available, and always in a certain place. Or if you eat a lot of chocolates, instead of having the whole bag in front of you the whole time, only eat 3 chocolates instead of 6. I'm not saying you can't have chocolate. I have chocolate. I love chocolate. Chocolate's delicious. But these simple little switches that you can do to what you're already eating is going to help you see some changes. And it will help you feel a little bit better about your decisions that you make throughout the day. All right, so number 2, you don't need to restrict. You need to change how much you're actually eating through the day, right? And what I mean by this is look at how fast you're eating and how much time you're allotting to eating, right? Not a lot of time, right? We have to eat, we got to smash it down, we got to slurp it down, whatever we got to do, we got to eat it fast because we got to get back to work. Well, depending on where you work, you can eat at your desk. You can still eat slowly, right? So also looking at how much you're eating in general, if you feel like you're overeating or you're eating and eating, constantly eating, you could just be a snacker, and that's okay too. But find different snacks, find different things that you can eat on the daily that are that look good to you, right? That seem good, that get you interested and say, "Oh, I want to try this. This actually sounds really good." Don't make it gross. Don't look at it and be like, "Oh, this looks disgusting. I'm not going to eat this," because you're probably not going to eat it. And then all of a sudden you're going to fall back into where you started before. So make sure it looks appetizing to you and to you only. If it's appetizing to anybody else, that's cool. But your goal is for you and you only, right? So if you have snacks that are appetizing to you, but seem a little bit healthier, that have more micronutrients, so look for things such as vitamins and minerals, fiber, and things like that to help you feel better about the decisions that you make. So don't change a lot, just simple switch, right? If you're not eating enough, that can also be why you're always tired or why you are struggling to lose the weight. So maybe adding in a little bit more snacks throughout the day, like we just discussed, will help. All right, so number 2 part of that, start eating slower, right? Start eating slower. Enjoy your food rather than having to stuff it down your throat and then all of a sudden now you're like, I'm still hungry. I could have eaten a little bit more, or I ordered too much and then I ate it all because I ate so fast, right? You're like, my eyes are bigger than my stomach. All of a sudden I just scarfed it all down because I haven't eaten breakfast, I haven't eaten lunch, and then now I'm at dinner and I've been eating for all 3 meals. So basically at that dinner time. So something is better than nothing at all. I want you to remember that. So looking at what you're eating, even if you're going out to eat, go out to eat. I'm not saying you can't do that, but maybe simple switches. Instead of having a large fry, get a medium. Or instead of having a medium fry, get a small. Instead of having a full-blown meal for an adult, have a happy meal. Or a child or a kid's meal. Just have smaller and still a little bit less calories than what you were intaking before. So little things like that can help you eat a little bit slower, not feel so stressed about, oh my God, I gotta eat this, I have to eat this, I have to eat this, I have to eat this, I can't eat that, I can't eat that, I can't eat that. Well, just simple switches to what you're eating already, right? Remember, it takes 20 minutes for your stomach and your mind to relay that you are actually eating and that you are actually full. So if you're eating and slamming down food, your body does not have time. And all of a sudden you've eaten 3 burgers, 2 large fry, and then a Coke or a Pepsi, whatever. I'm just using that as an example. All of a sudden, now you're super full and now you feel gross, now you feel disgusted about what you ate. So just slow it down. And you know what? If you're hiding in a drawer and eating it slowly and then closing it so clients or whoever is in front of you don't see, then keep it professional. Do what you got to do, but take it slow. Take a bite here, work, take another bite there, work, take another bite there. Just try and make it slow. And then if you're drinking a lot of regular soda, maybe switch to a diet soda, right? Because now your diet has less sugar. And instead of drinking maybe a large soda, drink a medium soda or a small soda instead. So these little things can help you see changes in your diet. Don't go extreme because they're just going to fall back to where you were before. So I want you to slow it down, make it easy on you. And then I've got a bonus for you guys. I had to include this Implement a balanced diet. That just means eating your proteins, eating your carbohydrates, and eating fats. Do not restrict any of these because all of a sudden your body is going to want it. And then you're going to turn to the things you're trying to avoid. And then all of a sudden you're starting back at square one again, over and over and over again. So try not to restrict anything. Just slow it down. Eat a little bit less than you were before, or eat a little bit more than you were before because you may not be eating enough. And then try from there. So I want to go ahead and review some of these, okay? Really quickly. Number one, look at what you eat and know you can start slowing. Start slowly, right? Make small cuts into your portion sizes. And then you can go from there. And if you're still hungry, eat a little bit more, but don't make it a full serving. Make it a smaller serving. All right. So number two, you don't need to restrict. You need to make changes in how much you're eating. So looking at if you're not eating enough, eat a little bit more. If you're eating too much, cut back down a little bit, just a little bit, wherever you are. Bonus number three, implement a balanced diet. Stop trying to restrict and do a regular diet, or just throw some type of a cleanse in there because you're just going to end up where you were before. You may feel better, you may have lost weight, but then all of a sudden you go back to eating and then you gain it all back. So then it happens over and over again. Then you're back to square one over and over again. So balanced diet, eat your proteins, eat your fats, and eat your carbohydrates. More complex carbohydrates, fruits and vegetables, trying to add more of those into your daily diet so that you can feel better and more full, satiated throughout the day, so you're not hitting any cravings at the end of the evening, and then all of a sudden you're overeating the whole night. So then you're starting back at square one. So if you're trying to cut back on simple carbohydrates, that's the sugars, just sugars that have no micronutrients such as vitamins and minerals and fibers, and cutting back on some of those, that's perfectly fine, but make sure you're not restricting yourself from totally having any at all. All right, so vegetables, fruits, your healthy fats, avocados, olive oil. Don't use a ton of olive oil, obviously in moderation. You can enjoy a lot of things in moderation. You just have to remember that you still can eat it. Stop trying to restrict it, but also eat it slowly. All right, fam. Hopefully you learned something tonight. If you're getting value from any of this, go ahead and put some fire emojis in the comments below. And if someone is struggling with their diet right now and hasn't seen any type of results with their weight loss goals, go ahead and send them this video. Hopefully this will help them too. All right, fam. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I cannot wait. I'm excited. All right, good night, guys. Peace. I'm going to go ahead and end this now.